There's a prescription that costs nothing, has no side effects, requires no doctor's appointment, and according to new research might literally add years to your life, while making those years far more enjoyable. We're talking about laughter, and if you think that sounds too simple to be true, or just feel-good nonsense without scientific backing, you need to hear what researchers are discovering about what happens in your body when you laugh genuinely and often. Welcome to Elderly Discoveries, where today we're examining the fascinating science, showing that laughter isn't just medicine in some metaphorical sense. It's a powerful biological intervention that changes your physiology in ways that protect against disease, strengthen your immune system, and yes, actually extend your lifespan. Let's start with one of the most compelling studies that's recently grabbed attention in the scientific community. Researchers in Norway followed over 53,000 adults for 15 years, tracking their sense of humor and laughter frequency alongside their health outcomes and mortality. The findings were striking. People who laughed frequently and had a strong sense of humor had a significantly reduced risk of death from all causes, and the effect was particularly pronounced for cardiovascular disease. Women with high scores on the humor and laughter assessments had a 48% lower risk of death from heart disease compared to those who rarely laughed. 48%. That's comparable to or better than many pharmaceutical interventions, and we're talking about something as simple and free as laughing more often. Another study from the University of Maryland Medical Center found that people with heart disease were 40% less likely to laugh in a variety of situations compared to people of the same age without heart disease. The researchers couldn't definitively say whether lack of laughter caused heart problems or whether heart problems reduced laughter, but they noted that the relationship was strong enough to warrant serious attention. They suggested that laughing for 15 minutes a day might be as important for your heart as 30 minutes of exercise, which doesn't mean you should skip exercise, but it does mean laughter deserves recognition as a genuine health behavior. So what exactly happens in your body when you laugh? The physiological effects are remarkably complex and far-reaching. When you laugh genuinely, not a polite social chuckle, but a real belly laugh, your body undergoes a cascade of changes. Your heart rate increases initially, then decreases below baseline, creating a beneficial cardiovascular workout. Blood flow improves as blood vessels dilate, with studies showing that laughter can increase vascular blood flow by up to 20%. This improved circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients throughout your body, while helping remove metabolic waste products. Your breathing deepens during laughter, expanding your lungs more fully than normal breathing and increasing oxygen exchange. This is why you sometimes feel slightly out of breath after a good laugh. You've essentially given your respiratory system a workout. The increased oxygen intake benefits every cell in your body, particularly your brain, which is extremely sensitive to oxygen levels. Many people report feeling more alert and clear-headed after laughing, and this oxygenation is a significant part of why. The immune system effects of laughter are equally impressive. Research has shown that laughter increases the production of antibodies and activates immune cells, including T cells, natural killer cells, and immunoglobulin A. A study at Loma Linda University had participants watch a funny video for an hour, then measured their immune function. They found significant increases in natural killer cell activity, the cells responsible for attacking viruses and tumors, and these effects lasted for up to 12 hours after the laughter episode. Regular laughter essentially keeps your immune system in a heightened state of readiness, better able to defend against infections and potentially against cancer cells. Perhaps most importantly for longevity, laughter is one of the most powerful stress reducers available. When you laugh, levels of stress hormones like cortisol, epinephrine, and dopamine decrease significantly. Chronic elevation of these stress hormones is associated with virtually every age-related disease, from cardiovascular disease to diabetes to dementia to cancer. They promote inflammation, suppress immune function, raise blood pressure, increase blood sugar, and accelerate cellular aging. Laughter provides a reset button, bringing these hormones back down and giving your body a break from the damaging effects of chronic stress. At the same time, laughter reduces stress hormones. It increases beneficial hormones and neurotransmitters. Endorphins, your body's natural painkillers and mood elevators, flood your system during laughter. This is why laughter can provide genuine pain relief, with some studies showing that people can tolerate pain significantly better after watching comedy. Dopamine and serotonin also increase, improving mood and creating feelings of well-being that can last for hours after you stop laughing. These aren't just pleasant feelings. These neurochemicals have real biological effects that promote health and longevity. The social dimension of laughter is crucial and often overlooked. While you can laugh alone, laughter is predominantly a social phenomenon. We're 30 times more likely to laugh when we're with other people than when we're alone. This social laughter serves important bonding functions, creating and strengthening relationships. When you laugh with someone, you're synchronizing physiologically. Your breathing patterns align, your heart rates coordinate, and you're essentially sharing a biological experience. This creates intimacy and trust in ways that conscious effort cannot replicate. These strong social bonds that laughter facilitates are themselves powerful longevity factors. As we've discussed in previous episodes, social isolation and loneliness increase mortality risk as much as smoking. Laughter is one of the most effective tools for creating and maintaining the social connections that protect health. People are drawn to those who laugh easily and make them laugh. Shared laughter creates positive memories and associations that strengthen relationships over time. For older adults who may be at risk of isolation, maintaining a sense of humor and seeking out laughter opportunities can be literally life-saving. There's also fascinating research on laughter and cognitive function. Studies have found that humor and laughter engage multiple regions of the brain simultaneously, creating widespread neural activation. Understanding humor requires integrating information, detecting incongruity, and making unexpected connections, all of which exercise cognitive flexibility and creativity. Older adults who regularly engage with humor show better cognitive function and slower rates of cognitive decline than those who don't. Some research suggests that the cognitive engagement required for humor may build cognitive reserve that buffer against dementia that we've discussed in previous episodes. Laughter also appears to affect pain perception through multiple mechanisms beyond just endorphin release. The distraction that humor provides, the muscle relaxation that follows laughter, and the shift in attention away from pain signals all contribute to reduced pain experience. Multiple studies in hospital settings have shown that patients who watch comedy or are visited by therapeutic clowns require less pain medication and report better pain control than those without these interventions. For older adults dealing with chronic pain from arthritis or other conditions, humor can be a valuable part of pain management. The anti-inflammatory effects of laughter are particularly relevant for aging. Chronic low-grade inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging, is a fundamental driver of age-related disease. Laughter has been shown to reduce inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and various inflammatory cytokines. A study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that even anticipating laughter, knowing you're going to watch something funny later, begins to reduce stress hormones and inflammation. The researchers had participants schedule watching a comedy they were looking forward to, then measured their stress hormones and immune function for 3 days before they actually watched it. Just the anticipation created measurable beneficial changes. Now, it's important to distinguish between genuine laughter and forced or fake laughter. While even simulated laughter can provide some benefits, particularly the deep breathing and muscle relaxation aspects, genuine laughter that arises from true amusement or joy appears to have more profound effects. The spontaneity and emotional authenticity seem to matter. This means you need to actually find things funny, not just mechanically go through laughing motions. Fortunately, humor appreciation is somewhat trainable. People who actively look for humor in daily life, who choose to watch comedies or read humorous books, who spend time with people who make them laugh, report that they begin to notice funny things more readily and laugh more often. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle where seeking humor makes you more attuned to it, which means you laugh more, which makes you feel better, which motivates continued humor seeking. For older adults specifically, maintaining a sense of humor becomes increasingly important and sometimes increasingly challenging. Life delivers more losses, more health problems, more reasons for grief and frustration as you age. It's easy to become bitter or depressed, to lose the lightness that laughter requires. But the centenarians and successfully aging elders that researchers study consistently maintain their ability to find humor even in difficult circumstances. They can laugh at themselves, find absurdity in life's challenges, and maintain perspective through humor. This doesn't mean being flippant about serious matters or using humor to avoid dealing with real problems. It means maintaining the flexibility to find moments of levity even during difficult times. Holocaust survivors, people who've endured unimaginable suffering, often report that maintaining humor was essential to survival. Finding something to laugh about in the darkest circumstances is an act of resistance against despair and a way of asserting your humanity. The practical applications of this research are straightforward and accessible to everyone. First, actively seek out things that make you laugh. Watch comedies instead of always choosing dramas or news programs. Read humorous books. Follow comedians or funny content creators. Spend time with people who make you laugh, and equally important, with whom you can be playful and silly. Don't take yourself too seriously. Second, cultivate your own sense of humor. Look for the funny side of situations. Practice gentle, self-deprecating humor, where you can laugh at your own mistakes and quirks without harsh self-criticism. Appreciate wordplay, absurdity, and incongruity. Let yourself be playful even if it feels unnatural at first. Third, share humor with others. Send funny things to friends and family. Create opportunities for laughter in your interactions. Reminisce about funny memories. Don't suppress the impulse to laugh out of some misplaced sense that it's undignified or inappropriate. Obviously, there are situations where laughter is inappropriate, but we tend to err far too much on the side of seriousness. Fourth, consider laughter yoga or laughter clubs, which exist in many communities. These structured opportunities for laughter might feel forced initially, but research shows they provide genuine health benefits. The combination of voluntary laughter exercises with yoga breathing creates physiological changes similar to genuine laughter. The research evidence is clear and growing. Laughter is not just a pleasant byproduct of a good life. It's an active contributor to a longer, healthier life. It reduces stress, strengthens immunity, improves cardiovascular function, decreases inflammation, enhances cognitive function, facilitates social bonding, and provides pain relief. The Norwegian study showing nearly 50% reduction in cardiovascular mortality among women who laugh frequently should be headline news. If a pharmaceutical company developed a drug with that kind of effect, it would be hailed as a miracle cure. But you don't need a prescription or insurance approval. You just need to prioritize laughter, to actively seek it out, and create space for it in your life. In a world that gives you countless reasons to be anxious, angry, or depressed, choosing to also make room for laughter is both an act of self-care and a legitimate longevity intervention. The centenarians know this instinctively. Now you know the science that proves they're right. Thanks for joining us on Elderly Discoveries, where we find the simple truths that can transform how you age.